tournament was very important. It was an international between Ireland, Italy, France, England, a few other countries in around Europe. I was supposed to box on a Friday, but the girl I was boxing, she didn't show up. So the following Saturday I boxed a girl from Wexford in Enniscorthy, and I beat her 3-0. And then the day after I was boxing a really strong, tough European bronze medalist Italian champion, and it was a brilliant fight. It was probably one of the best fights I've ever had in my life. I learned a lot from it, and it was a really, really tough fight, but I won on a 2-1 split decision. It was really important to me. I was actually at the Europeans myself this year, but unfortunately we had a mix-up with the weights, so I didn't get to box, unfortunately. But we did. We got back on the horse straight away when we came back and got back into training, and first tournament back. So I was boxing a bit under the weight. I weighed in 3 kg under the weight I was supposed to be. Kind of unexpected, but I was actually lighter than what I was meant to be, and a year younger. About early November I won the Wexford Box Cup. I had 2 fights in this. My semi-final was against a girl I boxed before from Sacré-Cœur, and my second fight was against a girl I've never heard of before. I boxed in this at 45 kg and I won both of my fights by unanimous decision. And about a week or 2 before this I boxed in the Belfast Box Cup in Belfast, and I had 1 fight in this, supposed to have 2, but had 1 fight and I won that. I started boxing when I was 7 years old, about 6 years ago this month. I was looking at it and I was like, I want to try this, and I came up and I just fell in love with it straight away. I came up, started hitting the bags like mad. I was a little terrier up here, and I loved it. I don't know what it is about this sport, I just love it. Well, hopefully I can retain some of the titles I've already won, and my biggest goal for next year is to go to the European Championships and box this time. Hopefully make a dream come true.
Young children between the ages of 7 and 10, for boxing, for any sport, for hurling, for football, camogie, whatever it may be, if you can get them at that age, it's a lot easier to teach them.
Yeah.
They learn a lot quicker, and they've picked up no bad habits, and they're easier to coach.
And to correct them.
indeed.
In the
Absolutely.
meantime, along the way.
Absolutely, yeah, that's 100%. That's where you get your
When did you start?
I was coaching about maybe 20 years ago. My own brothers and myself, we've done a bit of boxing, and then I gave up when I came to move to Edenderry. I gave up coaching, and then
When did you coach before?
About down in Carricktool in Cork.
Okay.
Yeah, so my brothers.
You're Cork.
I'm a Cork man, yeah.
You're a Cork man.
So all my brothers boxed, so they were fair, they were decent, they were good levels. So I always had a love of boxing, but work commitments and everything, I wasn't able to commit to coaching. So then one night Kayleigh kept on to me at home. She kept on saying, I want to go boxing. She just got this out of nowhere, and I don't know where she got it. So I just said, come on, you can come up to the club. So I brought her up here, and she was only boxing up here maybe 2-3 weeks, and she just fell in love with it, and they fell in love with her here. And then John asked me to come back coaching again, so I said I'd give it a go. So we just started off small, little bits, and it just snowballed from there. And we're here 3 nights a week now.
Did you go to school?
Yeah, we done all our coaching courses. Years ago. Yeah, I done it with Hernandez, with Nicholas Cruz and Nick Dowling and a guy called John Mahon down in Cork. The kids draw enthusiasm out of you. You know what I mean? I love when if you see a child doing something right, that you coach them. There's no better feeling. No better feeling in the world. Love it. The thing about kids is they're all different. They're all different. They've all got different personalities. They've got different personas. So it's you've got to. Some of them you can holler at. Some of them you've got to put your arm around them. You know, you've got to be. It's all different personalities, and that's what makes boxing. That's what makes the kids. You know what I mean? It's brilliant. we love to teach the junior, the younger boxers. We take real pride in it because we're teaching them the correct way to box, and then they move on downstairs, and then they move on in their own careers. Then so
Are the men going to the path, like, because okay, from this crowd, let's say, like few years ago, you had the same crowd.
We did, indeed,
15 kids, and then they grow up.
Yes, and then they grow up. And obviously we lose kids along the way to other sports. Edenderry is a massive sporting town.
Yes.
There's rugby, there's swimming, there's athletics, there's camogie, there's hurling, there's football. If you like, there's soccer. There's every sport you want is in Edenderry is here. So, but we obviously lose them to other sports, but the majority of them we hold on to, and we love, and hopefully they'll go on and win titles and win Leinster titles and All Ireland titles. That's our goal. Like, but not everybody's going to be Muhammad Ali. But look, once they're enjoying themselves, they're out, aren't they? They're away from their phones anyway for a start for a couple of hours, which is fantastic. So, and fantastic for us as well. So.
It's a good goal. That one. That
the phone.
The
get them away from the phones.
Get them away from the phones. That's
absolutely.
That's a good goal.
Indeed.
Yeah, because this is a very challenging these days with kids, especially at their age.
At their age, look, listen, it's a hard time. Social media can be a cruel place there now for children at the minute, and they really have to be protected and looked after, And it's our job up here to say, we want the children up here to come to a safe, where they feel safe, they feel protected, they feel happy coming here, and they want to come here. And when they come in, there's a smile on their face, and they're saying, and they're telling us different stories about what happened during the week, and this happened, and the dog done this, and the dog done that. It's fantastic. All these stories, really, we love it all. We love it all. We consciously try to mix boxing up every week. Some nights we do sparring, some nights we do footwork, some nights we do order, just to keep them. Some nights we do tug of war, some nights we have games, just to keep changing it all the time, not to be monotonous and not to be, because the child's mind is wandering after a minute. If you give a child more than a minute on their drill, they're gone. You have them lost, so you just got to keep
them interested.
Keep them interested. That's it, exactly. That's it. And we have 25 youngsters in total, and on the older group, then we have about 22 of the older group. So there's a few of them there now here. They're just coming in there now for tonight's training. So we'll be training them now till about 9 o'clock. It's a little bit more intense, this training, but we've umpteen Leinster titles. We have Monkstown Cup winners. We have Michael Andrews winners. We have All Ireland winners. They've had All Ireland winners since the club opened in 2012. They've had at least an All Ireland winner almost every year. So it's fantastic. The standard is through the roof now at the minute in boxing. It's really, there's clubs all over the place. It's challenging. So, like we just see, look, we have some real talent coming through again in the younger group again. You know what I mean? So hopefully in a few years it'll come to fruition.
If you would do a balance between girls and boys.
Oh, the girls pick it up way quicker. The girls pick it up much quicker. The girls are quicker. Everything the girls do, because the girls seem to want to prove a point.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They have to be proven. Girls, if you tell a girl footwork, she'll just automatically do it. You know what I mean? Whereas boys can be wandering or messing. Now some boys are good. Don't get me wrong. But if you were to say to me, who picks it up quicker and who's quicker, it would be girls. So. We just take money at the door just to pay for the electricity and the water and things like that, basically. And we'd love more sponsors if we could get them, to be honest. But look, we hope in the coming year to have to be able to get some more sponsors on board, and people maybe do a collection and maybe run a show and things like that. That's kind of how we keep going.
Okay.
That's it.
Who pays your salary? Who pays your salary?
Oh, who pays? No, we don't get a salary. This is don't we get nothing, believe me. We just get the enjoyment out of it, that's it. That's all we get, it's just the enjoyment. The thing with boxing, it's discipline, respect, it's how to be socially active, interactive. You see with kids today, they'd rather text each other in a room than speak to each other. Here they have to speak to each other, and it's all about, look, at the end of the day.
You have to go back to the basics.
Back to basics, indeed. Even some nights we get the kids there to tidy the boxing club. You have to tidy, because we done it tonight. I said before we start we're going to tidy the boxing club, because it's their club as well.